Yo, what's poppin', everyone? My name's Luga, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're doing a longsword guide. This is my first ever guide on Monster Rise. If you guys are enjoying the videos that I'm coming out with, please let me know by giving this video a like, hitting that subscribe button down below to join the Luga pack today. Now, we're gonna start with the basics and then make our way up to advanced techniques later on. So I am playing on keyboard and mouse, so I would plug a controller in, but I don't have enough USB slots to plug a controller in, so I'm just going to be using a keyboard and mouse to show you the basic combos. And basic combos like triangle, triangle, circle, circle would be on PlayStation, or, and I think Xbox it's YYB. So obviously you have the overhead slashes. So step slash. Okay, stop it. Let me do it further away. You have the step slash, and then if you keep hitting the same button, it goes stab into rising slash, overhead slash, thrust, rising slash, overhead slash, thrust. And that's your basic combo. Then you have the stab combo, which is thrust, rising slash, thrust. It's basically hitting the right click, and it does that. And that's how you build up gauge. And then you have your spirit blade, which is how you get to upgrading the gauge in the top right corner, right past your sharpness bar. So it's to the right of your sharpness bar. That is the gauge that you're going to be leveling up and doing damage with. Now, if I show you, let me stop him from doing this because that's going to be annoying. Not game settings, it's training settings. Let me just stand by. Did it do it? Okay, yeah. Now, if I show you, if you do the rising slash, step slash, overhead slash, thrust, it builds up meter like that. But what also builds up meter is the stab, thrust, rising slash, thrust combo, which later on you're going to be using this to get into your more serious combos. Like if you do this and then triangle plus circle, or Y plus B, it does that. Actually, triangle plus circle would do this. I don't know how to explain this on a controller because I am using a keyboard and mouse. But whatever your EI sheath or the spirit blade button, you're going to click the button that the thrust is on and the spirit blade at the same time after a thrust. So if you do thrust plus those buttons, it does a forward slash. And you're wondering what does that do? We will talk about that later on. But the basics is the step slash, overhead slash, thrust to build up meter, or the thrust, rising slash, thrust to build up meter. And then you use your spirit blade combo 4 times to build up your gauge to white, yellow, and then red. And each time you do that, it does more damage. So let's say I was in red, right? Let's say I was in red and we did this soaring kick and the helm breaker. It does a lot more damage than if I did soaring kick from yellow. And if I did soaring kick from white, it does less damage than yellow, and so on. You can't do soaring kick without at least white gauge. So you have white gauge. It does less damage than yellow and red. Now I'm going to show you what the what is it called? Foresight slash does. So this is the foresight slash. Let me get the training options to do the stomp because this is the best way to do the counter that I'm going to be showing you. So he does this, but you have to have meter. If you don't have meter, all you're going to do is this, and it's not going to work without meter. But see how I did that? Like, let's say I was out of meter, right? And I was just spamming this. Right? Let's say I was out of meter, and I stabbed forward and did this. Well, that time it works because I wasn't out of meter. Hold on. Boom. Let me just wait until it's down. There we go. No meter, right? So if I stab forward... Oh, wait, hold on. If I stab and then do this, you won't have that blue going like that. It will just be like this, see? If you don't have gauge, if you have gauge, it will go blue like that, and if you time it right, it will do a counter. But if you don't have gauge, like that, like this, it will just go like that without the blue line. So you have to have at least a little tiny bit of gauge to do this, but once you have gauge, it's the fastest, one of the fastest way to level up your gauge. So you time it, you have to time it, and then you also have to hit the spirit round slash afterwards. If you don't hit the spirit round slash, all you're going to do is stand there and get hit. I'll show you. So let's say I did, okay, I keep getting hit, hold on. Let's say I went like this, stabbed forward, did this. All you're going to do is stand there and get hit. And you have to do this to finish it off. So that was the Spirit Round Slash. There's also EI Sheath and Special Sheath. EI Slash and Special Sheath. These are two things that are totally different than the Foresight Slash, because it takes, just like the Foresight Slash, you have to time it perfectly or else you're gonna get hit. But unlike World, you can actually, oh, hold on. Unlike World, if you miss with this, I hate doing this on keyboard and mouse because it never actually works. If you miss with it, you don't actually lose gauge. In World, you would actually lose the red to yellow, or yellow to white, and white to nothing. But in this game, it doesn't matter if you miss or if you mistime it, you don't lose gauge. So, if I was doing this and I went into this and timed it, it does that. It's basically the same thing as around this, but just in a different format, and it does a little bit more damage than the Foresight Slash. So you have two different ways to leveling up your gauge. And there's also Serene Pose. With what Serene Pose does is basically it's another counter, but it's a easier counter. All you have to do is hit on keyboard and mouse. It's V plus right click, but it's whatever your two wire bug moves. Like there's one wire bug move that only takes one bug, but there's another one that takes both. So it's whatever your one that takes both wire bugs is the one that you're going to use Serene Pose. And basically you hit that, and once you get hit, you counter. And that's basically all it is. It's very, very handy. It's very, very handy, and it's very capable of even the very beginners to do this correctly. It's very, how may I say it? The window to doing it is so big that basically anyone can do it. You just hit those, and once you get hit, you counter through it. But you have to have two bugs. If you don't have two bugs, it won't work. So that is Serene Pose. And let's go see in an actual hunt what it will look like. Now you can also counter through roars too. So if you stab and then do //, you counter through the roar. And you can also counter through her tail flips if you time it correctly, which I did not there. You can counter through this if she hits you with it. Counter. Boom. Basically, if you counter, anything that tries to hit you won't hit you. So even like Barrios, ice attack, if you counter through it, it won't hit you whatsoever. Perfect. So that was the Raytheon Hunt tutorial. Well, Raytheon Hunt / Longsword guide tutorial. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you give it a like, hit that subscribe button down below, and join the Luga back today. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.